Geek Myths, a novel about life, love, and the pursuit of sonic screwdrivers. Available in paperback and Kindle edition from Amazon.
Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. This time talking about Torchwood monthly release, The Vigil. Now, yes, it'll probably be overshadowed by the other Torchwood release that's come out this month, another Torchwood 1. But don't let that distract you, yeah? It's got Nikomori in. It's got Nikomori in it, which is always going to be good. Toshiko Sato is a great piece of Torchwood. Yes, I am annoyed that they haven't found a way of bringing her back because I am very fond of the fact that they've brought everybody else back. Look, here's the synopsis before I go into any great depth. Sebastian Vaughn is the brightest, newest recruit to Torchwood. He's come from a very good family, an excellent school, and with a degree from the highest college. He's the kind of person bred for Torchwood. Sebastian Vaughn is exactly the person Torchwood needs. He's charming, he's smart, he's good in a fight. He's taken Torchwood's other new recruit under his wing. With the help, Toshiko Sato will make something of herself and fit in at Torchwood. Sebastian Vaughn is also dead. Toshiko Sato has been given permission to bring his body home to give him the send-off he deserves. How will Torchwood cope without him? Now, anybody who's been listening to this podcast for any period of time knows that every so often I have a bit of a political rant. Basically, it comes down to the fact that I've got a chip on my shoulder, I'm British, and I have issues with the class structure. That's what it kind of comes down to. I am aware of this. I'm not an idiot, right? I know myself well enough. Now, the character in this is a posh boy from a posh school. He has absolutely no redeeming features. He is the sort of person who ends up running the country and shouldn't be allowed out at all. His family has cash and has apparent standards and morals, and they're just pains. There is no meritocracy, which is what Torchwood really is. Torchwood is a meritocracy on the grounds that if you've got talent and skill and the ability not to die, you can get by. That's what this guy doesn't have. Yes, it's set pre-Gwen, it's all that, it's a flashback story, and you've got a character who is basically a posh redshirt. You've never heard of him since, you've never heard of him before, you know he's going to die, and he's dead at the beginning. The story is told in flashback and flash forward, and is very, very well constructed. It's brilliantly performed, because my dislike of the central characters was like a blanket over the whole thing. The only person I liked in this was, well, the main character. Everybody else was vile, was appalling. They all had a sense of duty and honour, and I just hated them so much. I didn't care that they were dead. I wanted them all to suffer. And perhaps that's not quite what they had in mind. But I don't care, because that's my emotional reaction to the story. Thinking back on it since I've listened to it, because I like to not give my immediate reactions sometimes, is that it's a much better story than it felt at the time, because what I was having was an emotional reaction. It was a journey that I was being taken on that I didn't really want to go on, with people I didn't want to travel with, in a direction I could see from the start. But yet the story has stayed with me. It's dwelled in my head and I've come back to it. And that is a sign of great storytelling. Yes, it failed to engage me, but the basic flaw is in me, not the story itself. The split narrative is expertly crafted. It's beautifully directed. The storylines, the characters are so well drawn that you would believe they are real because they are so real. They're just not the kind of people that I want to engage with. But that was the point of the story. At least it was for me. It's complex, and perhaps this isn't for me. But you know what? I know I'll be coming back to it. I really will. And I don't think we've heard the last of this particular character. I don't know how they'll bring him back, or even her. But you know what? I'm pretty sure they will. Here's the trailer and decide for yourself. So until next time, be seeing you.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions. Torchwood Vigil.
Tell me, Miss Sato, are you prepared to die for Torchwood?
I understand that sometimes it's the only choice. We all do, but...
I thought not. You see, Torchwood needs a certain sort of person.
Well, here goes. Sebastian Vaughan, Torchwood final message. If you're watching this, I'm dead. So, hi guys. Hello from the afterlife.
I'm sorry, Sebastian. I'm so sorry for all of it. But I'll make sure you get home. I'll take you myself.
You think you're so clever, and all of it to hide the fact that you will never be enough.
Big Finish. We love stories.
That was the Doctor Who Tin Dog Podcast, available on iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, RSS, Vimeo, and across the internet. Doctor Who and its associated properties are all copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. Why not become a supporter by visiting patreon.com/tindog. Contact the show on tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.